It's just as hilarious to me. I love it. I just think it's awesome.
Yep.
I think that you kind of get the...
Is this a new thing?
Whose
is this?
Me.
Okay.
Yep, sorry.
I'm like, I don't know if I wrote down, but it's cool.
It's good. You just slip it, save this for later.
Super pocket.
You're like, I don't know what I got this, but I had this in my inventory here.
I'm gonna just drink it.
I'm just gonna chug it. What does it do? So I think that after you get, you probably have this kind of briefing with Xeris, and explain to him. You guys figured out that there was this changeling that was the captain. I think that Derek is probably not fighting fit. He's probably not going to be reinstated as captain, only because he's just essentially a broken. He may very well be again someday, but I think for right now,
heavy PTSD.
I don't think he automatically goes right back into captain spot.
Right.
No therapy services down here.
And so Wadsworth has been promoted to captain of that squad.
Oh God.
Plot twist.
And
every day when Dangle wakes up, he registers a complaint about that.
he files a complaint. He mails first thing he does every morning.
Lick that envelope.
Yeah, that's right. And so he has. So he's kind of assumed that role, and he's kind of learning the ropes a little bit as far as that's concerned. But he was he's always been kind of a little bit of a divination and research wizard, and so it does kind of suit him a little bit. He kind of uses that magic as best he can to try to figure out if enemy positions or divine different things to help. He's essentially a arcane intelligence agency, or part of that network for the Dread Sentinels, and so he really is kind of maybe as captain and captain. You guys have a little bit of a talk, over the collars with Xeris, and Wadsworth is kind of he was kind of really interested in essentially getting you guys bigger and better weapons. You're not going to be able to go toe to toe with the demons with the guerrilla tactics forever, and so he was kind of always had this angle where he was ready to try to, as studying arcane arts, he's I'm ready to make let's see what can we experiment with and make use of this. So he was that was something he was kind of interested in. So he's been a little bit changing towards that arc for a bit. I think you kind of said as much last time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Good.
now he's a little bit drawn back into the intelligence research side of it, because they did not know about this changeling, and they don't know how many there are, if there are other ones, or where this one has gone to now, or what role it has in this with the Lord of Blood. So he is kind of pouring as much energy into research and divination on that as he can right now. And he's also going to be helping nurse real Derek back to health. But Talia is going to kind of stick with you, and Uthal is going to kind of tag along with you. So the two of them are just going to hide out, but Victor's not back, so you kind of are almost, you still are technically two distinct squads, but neither one of you is at full strength, so you're kind of splitting and mishmatching, I think, a little bit after this briefing with Xeris. And so, you're not under siege or anything, demons aren't. You haven't seen any coming into but you don't feel safe with your spot.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is another you guys tell me what you don't even have to say specifically where you want to go on the map or anything, but are you just gonna nomad it for a little while, just kind of out in the open? Or are you gonna look for another place that's hey, we want to look for this type of hideout, we want to set up something? This is kind of another opportunity to choose what kind of base of operations you want.
Mm-hmm.
If any. If you're gonna do it right away or think about it, do the nomad style for now, but
Where is this?
you don't see any of this. This is all just set up so that
Got it.
so that I wouldn't have to say, okay, time out and spend 20 minutes looking something up.
Alright.
This is all theater of the mind right now.
What do you think, Rob?
You guys are in this prison.
Stuck on the top
You
of
guys
that
are
tower.
stuck in this tower. You have
I want to
ask-
be on the second level.
If you have to ask, you're in the prison.
Yep.
Just kidding. Yeah.
I'm down with doing the nomad thing for a little bit.
To
Alright.
think of like a little, like a spot.
Unless we happen across something that's really choice.
Mhm.
But I think right now being on the move is the best idea.
Yeah, it might. Yeah,
Especially since
in a way, it might even be safer.
we can't communicate with our leaders, so yeah,
Right, you don't know. You just don't know.
he'll never find us.
Yeah.
Victor comes back. And he's like, I waited for you guys. Where were you? No, if he
We'll put like a little like X on a tree. We'll just whittle a little X.
an
He'll,
figure it
he'll
out.
find us.
Yeah,
and an
he'll
arrow.
figure it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Leave some breadcrumbs.
There's always a little riddle carved into the tree, so he has to really start and think about it, just to come up with the answer. Like
Something.
west. Okay,
Okay,
they meant
God.
west.
Yeah,
Okay.
every riddle takes him like 3 or 4 days to figure it out.
Yep.
And you guys mark 5 trees a day.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes 3 or 4 trees. Yeah, I think that sounds about. I like it. I love it. Yep, it's good. And so I think that Wadsworth and Derek probably find like you. There's a few different. There's like you guys are not too far from some mountain ranges, but there's kind of a little bit more of a forested area. Not like incredibly thick, but enough that they probably try to kind of make a good spot. They probably feel like they can get decent shelter and be kind of hidden there. So it's not that they're making a camp. Not that they're establishing like a permanent place, but they're setting up a little camp just as so that Wadsworth can, he's got to get all his arcane tools out and the books and all that stuff. And it would be a lot to just keep packing that. He wouldn't really probably make much progress. And it's kind of nice for Derek to kind of recoup, and he can maybe do some light gathering, just like fruits and foods and plant kind of stuff. Wadsworth probably has to do the hunting, but Derek, and maybe in a few days Derek's kind of feeling a little stronger. He's getting his strength back, and he kind of takes over maybe like the hunter gathering kind of stuff. So they're probably gonna hole up in that forest just south of the mountains. You know what? I actually made these on a little website. I forget if I gave them to you guys last time. We got color maps.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
And they're all crinkled so they won't lay flat on the table. I did that for you guys.
It's authentic.
Yeah. What are you doing? Creasing the maps today? No. It's probably not useful to always have them out. You would probably set them off the side, but just so you kind of know, so you can look around at where you are. This is like a really blown back view. I might make a closer up maps when the time is kind of right for different areas, or if you go to a Demon City or something. But you guys are kind of along that south of those mountains.
Where are we?
You guys are probably right in the split between these mountains. So some of this forested area in the hills.
Okay.
And so part of this, actually you had also been talking just before this last mission you guys kind of undertook. Wadsworth, some of the intelligence stuff he had been doing was about this Dragon Lord. That is essentially kind of like a muscle elite of the Lord of Blood. That is kind of like being able to call in the heavy reinforcements, and whether it's sometimes the demon lords squabble amongst each other for territory or power in the abyss. Sometimes they are fighting the material plane, for their own purposes, and it's like the Dragon Lord is something that can bolster a line or a defense, or sometimes maybe even carry out a task on their own. But it's something that they've kind of figured out now that some of their They're making more and more progress with kind of getting a foothold in different areas on this continent. The Dread Sentinels are, and just as that kind of happened, I think that the Lord of Blood kind of said, just squash this. Like, this is some of the intelligence that Wadsworth has got. So this dragon has kind of been terrorizing some of the northern continent where some of the Dread Sentinels are, maybe picking off kind of squads here and there, or hampering them, kind of pinning them down so where they can't maybe move. And so he uses his kind of divination magic to figure out a few things for you guys. And he says this is kind of maybe a good time to go after it. He was also really interested in getting the dragon parts for alchemical, magical research kind of purposes. He's
gonna, so good at that.
He's going to try to engineer. Yeah,
that's what we do.
He wants you to bring him back a dragon dog. No.
Boom.
But he wants to either try to make weapons for you guys, or figure out what he can do to help bolster the war effort. And this Dragon Lord has just finished up leading a kind of putting together a demon army and leading them against some of the Dread Sentinels in that area. But now that army has moved on, it's kind of done bolstering that army, and it's kind of gone back to its lair to recoup.
Good.
So he's been able to divine that it's in that northern forest.
Okay.
He's kind of able to point you in the right direction. He hasn't been able to pinpoint like exactly where it is on the map, but he can give you a pretty good, here's where, kind of check it out. And that this is a time where it kind of just got done with a task, and it's kind of back at its lair.
Might as well.
So it seems like a decent time to
Stab it
strike.
while it's sleeping.
Exactly. And so you guys maybe have like a day or two before you want to head out. If there's anything you want to do like downtime wise, or think ahead, or Wadsworth probably wants to talk to you about what he's been looking into before you leave. But this is like a free time if there's anything you guys feel like you want to do or kind of get ready for.
I think the only thing Dangle's going to do is make sure no one else is a changeling.
Mm-hmm. Stab Wadsworth just to make sure. Just every day.
Observe. Yeah.
Oh! And he bleeds, and you think.
Just pick one person every day and just follows them around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you the times when you did actually connect with the changeling, bright, like iridescent blue blood. Always. So that's something that maybe kind of sticks out in your mind. That it is something that maybe you could use to your advantage.
So over the course of a few days, everyone gets a little stab.
A little stab. You keep bumping into people with your dagger. Yeah, your dagger out. But,
whoops! It fell out of its sheath again.
But Wadsworth is the only one that you activate the poison in the dagger, the acid for the dagger. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. And nobody is yet. And so I think, well, especially maybe even captain to captain, Wadsworth might kind of come to you if you're kind of getting ready and packing up.
Yeah, you've cut him a couple times this week.
Yeah,
have to keep making sure.
He keeps you in front of him. He doesn't let you just kind of yeah. And he says, "Well, you're ready to go up against the dragon, eh?"
Grab me one, Jake.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh no, those are. You're welcome to have one, but they're ones that I've been refilling and drinking out of.
Oh, I gotcha.
Several times.
What is this?
It's really good. It's
cherry.
It's
I'm gonna try.
Rob brought those last time.
You want a regular?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's not a slap you in the face cherry. It's a real mild. It's pretty good. I really like it. Yeah, it's not like Code Red. It's a different type of cherry.
Go for it. Give it a shot.
He says, "Well, it's very dangerous taking on a dragon. Do you feel ready?"
Yeah, we're fine.
You're good. How
hard could it be?
I was thinking I could give you a few pointers, a few
if it makes you feel better.
pieces of advice before you. It certainly would.
dragon is a terrible, terrible beast to face. On the mortal planes, just a dragon itself. But these dragon lords are a powerful demon lord will bond with the dragon to become a dragon lord. And they become almost one mind. The dragon lord starts to take on different qualities of the dragon.
Aren't there laws against that?
Yeah, it's only legal in the southern part of this continent. I can't say that I condone it. But it is a wholly different battle to fight a dragon. You'll have to be ready for the dragon flying at great speeds. You'll have to be prepared for a breath weapon. These are things you should consider before you go.
Alright, do you have some anti-dragon juice?
Funny you should ask. He says, I whipped these up for you, a couple of health potions. I was able to find
Drink them right now.
I was able to find the right ingredients. No, Master Tango. He says, I was able to whip them up on our journey over here. I found the ingredients that I needed.
And he kind of makes a motion like he did with his staff when you guys were sparring.
And he says, be careful out there, kid. Don't forget what I taught you. He says,
I must have heard that wrong.
I'd hate for anything to happen to you. Keep those close. They'll come in handy. You know how to use those, right?
Yeah, you drink them. I went to wizard school too. I went to Potions 101.
Potions 101.
I mean, I got a D, but...
Yeah, that was cool. All right.
You did it on purpose because it's your name, so you you just have a preference for it.
Yeah.
Dangles get degrees.
Yes, it would behoove you to plan, come up with a strategy. I think before you get into battle with this dragon lord.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk up to it. I'm gonna stab it with pointy things.
Your friend is able to strike at range, but I don't know what you would do if the dragon was flying overhead.
Well, hide, of course.
Behind you, huh? He's
You're gonna have to ride it, bro.
He says, are you any good with a bow?
Nope.
Nope.
I think you are. I think you can. I hope you are. You're rogue. You're rogue, right?
Yeah.
You're arcane trickster. I think you can have a short bow. I think you're proficient with short bows. Simple weapons.
No. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
So you take a short bow. He says,
maybe see Talia before you go, and if you need to, get a bit of practice in before you go. Okay.
I'll figure it out.
Okay. All right.
In secret, he does go practice though.
Right. Right. You were actually sweating. Like, that whole conversation, you were actually like, oh yeah, dragon. Oh, I had.
Don't forget. Watch your blood.
My blood's fine.
Okay.
and so I think Talia is maybe able to make you like a +1 short bow.
All right.
Cool.
She's very skilled. So you want to just add a stat line in for it or something. I think the short bow is a D6. And you would be able. I think you can. Maybe I should look it up. But I'm going to say I think you can sneak attack with a short bow. The tough thing is going to be surprising it, getting advantage, figuring out a way to do that. But especially if you can sneak attack, like the first one to get a surprise on it, I would say I'd let you have your sneak attack on that. And then if you can figure out creative ways to surprise her or something, we can still work something out with a short bow.
I forget. Do you add your dex modifier to the added damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
and the +1 of the bow. The bow is just that much better, so you dex bonus is 1. And that +1 is on the attack. I think it helps you hit better too. And Talia kind of sets up a real primitive little forge, and hammers out a few casings for rounds and different things for the for your loot crossbow, your pump action crossbow.
Yeah, sorry.
So I'm just saying she hammers out the rounds for you. And what I did was there's a few that I think she made a few.
Yeah, there's 2 little boxes. So I've got 3.
So tick them off. Yes,
Cool.
it's like you got 3. I didn't want to.
I saw that.
I didn't want to write it all out. I
Yep.
figured you know,
Yep.
but
Stun round and the 3-round burst is my.
Yeah.
I've got some extra.
got a few of those. So
And then I have heat metal here.
Wadsworth.
Is that something I could use on his dagger?
It would damage him if he was holding the dagger.
So heat metal is a defense. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
If she probably,
I'm looking like the
she
cards I don't have.
Probably uses that spell like for forging. She
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of like magically helps her
Yeah.
to do the forging and different things.
But if we find out that this dragon's wearing armor,
I'll tell you right now.
then I can use
Rob
it.
pointed that out. Technically, there are like some bangles on this dragon, but that's just the model.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I just
The real dragon is covered in metal. No. Has a bunch of. It's got.
he has a grill.
He's got a grill. Yeah, I was gonna say he bares his teeth. And he's got the grill, and then it's like.
So it's a hashtag dragon leg.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the glasses drop down. Yeah.
I like it.
So
Okay.
I think
Good stuff.
Cool. And Wadsworth comes back over to you and says,
Oh, one more thing. I think I can help you out a little more there, kid. He says, you still got that spell storing ring that I gave you?
Oh yeah. I mean,
You keep
yeah, I
it-
guess.
You keep it close, don't you? Bring it over here.
he wants to load up the fly spell into the ring for its. I think it's a
yeah.
level 3 spell for. He says,
He says, use that at the right time. He says that could come in very handy for you.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
and then I don't know if does it already have any other spells in it or.
Shield and fireball.
So he has to take out the fireball to put the fly in, but I think that it would be more useful for you.
Yeah, I think so.
I also want to see a flying dragon rogue fight.
Yep.
You're flying in the air and doing battle with it.
With your dagger.
With your dagger.
Oh yeah, Dangle's thinking about all of this. Just
Oh yeah.
dozing off. Like
But I
daydreaming.
think what he'll do is hang on, the fly. I think fly is a concentration spell too, though. If fly is not a concentration spell, he might want to load up that protection from energy in that spell storing ring also. But yeah, fly is concentration for 10 minutes. So I wonder what else he can do to really help you. He can load it up with 2 shield spells if you want, unless there's something else that's kind of on your mind.
Yeah, shield sounds good.
Very good. Don't forget what I taught you.
If you say that one more time.
You do good out there.
Make me proud.
Make me proud. Make me proud, boy. You got it. Oh, hi.
Have I checked you for being a changeling today?
Says, yes,
Your
4 times.
Your daily checking.
Yes, 4 times.
Dagger's coming up.
Okay. All right. Put it here.
Stab.
Yes, which? Wait, oh yeah, I keep forgetting about this. Are you attuned to Spike?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Okay, yes, Spike is.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about him in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, you can be attuned to Spike or Bagsley. Do I have that sheet or do you have it? Are you good?
I got it.
You got okay, cool. And so Spike will kind of say, in your head like, "Oh, look, you guys are you're coming around to this, aren't you? Look at how much he's helping you.
Yeah,
Look at how much he's
thanks,
pulling you up.
Wadsworth.
He's giving you a leg up. You know? Yeah,
You did a really good job.
Wadsworth. You're just like foaming at the mouth. Yeah. He says there. He says that's. Spike says, I'm proud of you, Dane. It takes a big man.
Hey,
It takes a big man to accept help from a more powerful hero. He says, Spike says. Says it shows.
Yeah, I am a big man.
Spike says that shows a lot of growth. It's very good. It shows a lot of growth. Just like we talked about in our sessions. It's so awesome.
I'm gonna put you in the dirty scabbard.
Yeah. Pardon?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. You're right.
Okay. So, make your preparations. Tell me what you want to do. Tell me who wants to be buffed. You know, that kind of thing, and we'll start hunting a dragon.
What about magic weapon?
I think it just, if it's not already magic, it makes a weapon a +1 or something. So you already
The
have magic
concentration?
weapons. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to figure out how she's going to be offensively useful to us. I'm not sure.
Probably not. She probably.
What's Searing Smite?
It's a melee. You can add. You know how.
It's a melee?
You know when Victor hits, he can smite some damage. It's not quite as strong as his, but it's a little something.
Okay.
I bet you probably will be the best. I purposely picked out like some good healing spells for her.
Oh, no, for sure.
I think that's probably the best purpose for her.
That makes sense.
Sacred Flame is ranged. It's a ranged cantrip.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what? No.
You have it over there?
I don't have it.
I know what she can bring to help
But as
you.
long as there's something. As long as we can get to it when we need to.
I know what she can take. I love playing clerics. I swear there was a few cards I could not find that I know that the cleric has.
Well, here's Bless, and I keep it with me.
Oh, cool. Do you have Guiding Bolt?
No. This is what I keep with me.
Dangle, do you have Guiding
Yeah.
Bolt? Okay, cool.
It's
So
in
she can do Guiding Bolt
ring.
also.
What level is it?
I think it's a level
First
1,
level.
but she could pump it up.
I'm gonna write it in here.
You know what else?
Because I think
I've
she
got a
needs-
second cleric deck. Now, I would say keep this card. Make sure you know which one it is. Because when you and I were running clerics, I got the second cleric deck.
Yep. What's it called?
Guiding
Guiding
Bolt.
Bolt.
The name of the spell is Center Explosion on Self.
Sounds like one I've used.
It's a good one. You're going to like it.
Oh yeah.
It's... Boy, I got to go through these cards.
Alright, Guiding Bolt.
What? This deck is all out of order. I gotta fix that.
Alright, so I'm gonna take out Identify.
Okay, I don't know if I can find it in this one. It looks like it's... They might have gotten... The cards might have gotten jumbled up a bit. I'm sorry. But anyway, you guys have both have access to that same spell. The nice thing about that Guiding Bolt spell is if you hit, the target is kind of like illuminated, and the next ally to strike it has advantage because that light kind of guides them. So that would be super useful for Dangle.
Yep.
You get that sneak
I like it.
attack if you can get... Yeah, I think when Talia tags along, it's almost like because technically she's not part of your guys' squad, and she's like, do I look after Derek and Wadsworth? But she's like, I can't. Sandy is, she knows Sandy's a bit of a fragile individual. She's like, I can't can't let you go alone.
Can't
She's
let
like,
him go out there
I'm
by
coming.
himself.
She says, I'm coming with you.
And I think she got a little taste of the crazy the
Mhm.
last time, and I think she's,
Yeah,
she's not,
Mhm.
she's not,
She's
She's
not
into
afraid.
she
She's
bites
not
her fingernails, you know what I mean?
She's not
They're
afraid
not-
to get into combat.
They're not out there.
She's not scared.
Right.
She's
yeah.
not
So
scared
I think
at all.
she's
Yeah, she's-
gravitating
she's
towards
ready, yeah. And she's spent some time, I guess, like, this Forge Domain cleric, like, she's, we can pick out, I should have thought of this, but Moradin would be a great. But, so she's, it's been an easy transition being a cleric of the Forge. It's just kind of taken on this other. Her work has taken on like another dimension, almost like she's called to do this kind of thing, and now she's kind of gained Moradin's blessing, like using that skill. Both maybe in a sense she's both kind of proven herself to Moradin, but also like pledged herself to Moradin, and so now she's got divine powers that she hadn't had before, and so now she's ready. She's probably practiced a little bit. I'm sure I think you guys probably have a week before you're heading out as Wadsworth is doing this intel, and then, okay, now's the time, so you've had a bit of time to do things. It didn't take her long to pick up she uses a warhammer. It's a very familiar motion. It feels right, like the heft of a warhammer. It feels right to her. So I'm ready to kill you guys. You guys ready?
Ready?
I'm ready to die.
So
Ready to
ready.
die? Yeah.
It's a good day.
If you guys are ready to set out, I will say we'll do like I'm not gonna do anything getting there, but once you're in that area, we'll start off with a survival check to kind of try to start tracking the dragon. When you're ready.
I need my dice.
Oh yeah, sorry. I think they're that one. If they're not, they're what? Behind door number. Hey.
There it is.
Yeah, sweet.
Is one of you skilled in survival?
With all this.
You know?
Oh, no, still push away.
Sandy, are you skilled in survival?
I doubt it.
Dangle very much isn't.
Okay.
His -1
Uh,
modifier.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool.
Good.
I would say I would
think-
rather have a player hero make the check than if that's cool.
Yeah.
So, okay, you're skilled, so you get your full proficiency. If you weren't skilled, you could still jack of all trades, but you get the 4 on
Yep.
top of your +1.
Yeah, for wisdom.
So +5. So
Okay.
+5 to your roll.
What am I looking for?
You're
A
doing
dragon?
You're tracking. You're doing a survival. You're
I'm
like
sniffing the air.
you're looking for dragon tracks. You're listening. You're kind of and maybe over the course of a day or two. Looking like around the area and listening and searching.
I feel good about it.
What you got?
So 16 plus 5.
Very good.
It's legit, right?
Very good. Not only are you able to pick
Treasure.
up like some bearings on where you think the lair is and kind of narrow down where to look, you also feel like you are covering your own tracks very well.
Good.
You haven't lost track of that in trying to
Right.
hunt down the dragon.
We bag our poop.
Yes. And you keep it with you?
Probably.
Okay,
Or
now
we
tell me,
leave, or we
here's
bury
what we
it.
do.
We bury
God.
it. We bury all
God,
of
I
our.
love this game. No.
We bury.
No.
We
you're
bury
carrying
all
it.
of ours at the base of the tree where we put the X with the riddle.
Okay, but the day of,
It's always a little.
the day of, there are still a few bags. You got a new
Yeah,
set of bags.
right.
So it's not like you've got a heaping, backpack
Right. It's
full.
not that we're forcing Uthal to carry all of
No,
it.
no, he could.
Just the daily. Quantity.
I see you guys are all marching. Urthel's just he's probably carrying most everybody's packs.
Probably.
And then all of a sudden you come jogging out of the tree line, catch up with and you kind of just give him this. You give him a little thing of pistols and toss him a little wineskin. And it's warm.
Yeah.
It's warm.
Yeah. If it's early morning, there's steam coming out of it. With crisp air.
Yeah. Just jogging back, catching back up to the crew.
Uh-huh.
You know, you're a couple minutes behind, but yeah, everything's good now. I fucking love this game. This is so good.
That's really cool.
So here's what I am gonna say. You guys can actually start. I think you start anywhere like in this corner that's kind of defined by this arcane ruin.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, essentially in there. Start in there, and you, with your check, you are able to. This is the dragon's lair. You find this area, and you sneak in here undetected. So I'm not going to start you in initiative, but I'm going to let you guys kind of do your thing, and unless it gets screwed up, excellent question. I'm going to get unless you do something where you make noise and get discovered, you kind of have the surprise because of your check.
Sweet.
So
it was a good check.
Yep. And I think that the Dragon Lord is. It looks like it is. It's maybe walking around different areas in here, but it keeps kind of coming back to check on this main area here.
Is that how that's right? Dragon with rider.
Yep.
Okay.
There's Dragon Rider there. Yep. If you have spells that do 1 or 2 targets, we can.
Okay.
They essentially
I
are
was
kind
wondering.
of working
Chain
together.
lightning is what I was thinking about, so I just needed to.
Yeah,
okay.
chain it. Yeah, I'll let you. I'm running them as one monster, but I think it'd be
Okay.
cool to let you chain lightning twice on the same monster.
Cool.
And this is. So what you're looking at is kind of these are not crystal clear waters, but I just use them kind of to lay out things. It's like an artificial swamp, and as you get closer to some of these areas, you can see they used to be roads. They used to be like kind of streets. They're very eroded, so you can see that they used to be brick, cobblestone before. There are a few bricks. Like there's enough to kind of see different patches of where the road would be, but they are just waterlogged. And not just waterlogged, but the whole thing is like a fetid swamp. Like it smells rotten, and there's a lot of insects and
Can we tell how
bugs.
deep it is?
What's that?
Can we tell how deep it is?
It's just like mid. It's like knee high or lower. It's just like the whole area. It looks like it must have been dry before, but you know that black dragons kind of love like a swampy area, so you think this may have been kind of turned into a lair. This may be like a conquered city or something. It looks old and broken down. So a lot of these buildings are kind of ruins from an old city, maybe like a chipped away, mossy, overgrown statue kind of looks here. So you look like you might be near some sort of ancient like town square or some kind of city of some kind. But the architecture looks very foreign to you. Like it's very gothic with like demonic icons and insignia and different things, but a lot of it is chipped away, eroded. It still has like some gates that are kind of corroded, but like still they're not falling apart, you know, but they're rusty from the water being waterlogged. And that's kind of that's the impression you get of the city, like some old buildings and things, and like a roadway that's been flooded.
Okay. So.
And it stinks. It kind of has like a rotting flesh smell. And you might even see like some dead, maybe in different areas or different piles of some kills, it looks like, from the dragon. So.
And he's the only thing we see.
That's it, yeah.
We don't see any other things.
Yeah, so maybe make a perception check.
That's interesting. Okay, +5. Oh, it's still a 9.
That's okay. You don't see anything else.
Okay.
And that is that checks with what Wadsworth told you from looking
And
into
then,
the divine.
Can I make a perception check to confirm that we are dealing with a black dragon?
You can see that right away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then we know. Then we know the acid is going to be a situation that will spew.
Yeah. So
from
who
him,
has what buffs are up?
Yeah.
You just tell me what buffs are up. You guys are hidden. You have the time. You tell me what are up.
So let me ask you a strategic question.
Hey, Dangle!
Right.
It's like you hit the
I'm
collar.
over the wall.
You hit the collar, but you say it out loud. Like
Right.
I was on that when that happens.
The protection from energy. I think I can only do it at one person at a time.
Right.
It's a concentration.
Right.
And I mean it's Talia's concentration. So she can stay hidden to continue to concentrate.
I was gonna say that's a good.
in theory.
That's a good idea.
But with that being said, what are we doing with the meat shield guy?
Let me get some minis out. I'm
because
sorry, you guys.
Because technically, Uthal, depending on how we do it, and if we split to gain leverage for vantage points for shooting or whatever, if he becomes a primary target, then maybe he's the one that should have the protection. I'm not sure. Otherwise, I'm just gonna give it to myself.
I'm so excited that
What are your thoughts?
get to use these minis now.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't tell you how excited I am.
awesome. Yep, legit.
What does that do? Energy protection.
The acid damage won't hurt anybody.
Oh no, it'll
right?
be half. It'll give you half.
It's half.
Resistance to it. Yeah.
Cool.
Half damage resistance to the acids.
Yep.
Because I don't know how
So-
Uthal plays into our ranged game. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I mean, his best thing is to crit on a throw,
Probably.
and the throw is you, and you land on the dragon, so you can stab it with a sneak attack.
The other thing is you could the concentration from that spell in the ring comes from you. It uses your concentration, but the fly doesn't have to be on you.
So the question on the fly, what exactly does it do?
It gives you 60 feet flying speed.
Flying speed?
Yep, so you can fly 60 feet, which is like a 12-inch move. It's
Because-
concentration for 10 minutes.
It would be great if you could land on the dragon and grapple off the rider.
I think that's a good idea.
I've had worse. I'm just saying, there's different things we can do, I don't know. But if you end up on the dragon, then you don't need to be buffed because he can't acid himself. So if Uthal's going to run around like a ding-dong and just be the meat shield, then we could put it on him. Otherwise, I'm going to put it on myself. Sandy thinks that's the right thing to do.
Talia's about to put it on herself, like, okay, I'm going into battle. And
Right.
you're like, hey. You just,
Audible.
You know, you,
Audible.
You can tell she's mumbling like the prayers and like clutching her holy symbol and about ready to cast this on herself. And you like tap on her shoulder. You're like, Bard life.
Yeah. Don't forget.
Bard life.
I'd hate for you to use 2 spell slots.
You
on
can
this.
talk to her now. This is a whole new phase.
This is true.
This
is true.
And I would say you've been able to get short sentences out. You're able to talk to her and not.
Does she have a collar? I mean, she can hear all of his inmost thoughts.
Well, if you communicate.
No, I probably should. Yeah, no, I probably should. Wait.
You accidentally do it one time.
We'll
It's
wait.
probably like bags of sand.
We'll wait for some rogue country to hack our communication system, and then it will all be out there.
Yeah.
For now, let's just keep pretending like we're good.
Yep.
I think we're running everything through Facebook anyway, so I'm sure we're
You
good.
communicate to an insecure connection. Yeah.
We have to have a server somewhere.
Yeah, here you go. Do you need my credit card info? Here's my address. I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
That's so nice of you to ask. My mother's maiden name.
Yeah. My favorite pet? Well, that would have to be yeah.
Oh shoot.
High school I went to? Well, funny thing is, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
There's a little demon crouched down at a computer. He's got a little headset. He's like, "We're in.
Yep.
We got him.
Yep. Well, I think.
We've got them, comrade."
Well, I mean, what are your thoughts? Oh, and I'm asking this: are you trying to ride this dragon, or are you going to be a short-bowed, ranged fighter in our scenario?
Eventually, yes, I want to ride the dragon. But one thing we could do is turn Uthal invisible, sneak him up there, and get like a attack of opportunity there on him at first.
Is his attack of opportunity better than yours?
Well, he gets like a surprise round, I would assume, right? If he sneaks up to him.
Sneak him up and then everything goes all at once.
Yeah.
I got you, yeah. So that at least he gets one good slog right in the beginning. Yeah, cool.
Something we could do that. I think it'd be cool if I climbed up this tower.
You're gonna climb that tower?
So
That looks dangerous, bro.
It is.
maybe a little bit. And depending on where that
Funny.
dragon is.
Funny you should say that. It is.
Alright, so you're going up in the tower?
Yeah, and depending on where the dragon is, I can either
I know
jump
it's
down
not to
on
scale, but maybe
or-
there's one for Uthal to use an invisible mini.
Sweet. So yeah, after Uthal goes, then I could either cast Fly, or just jump down on him. Depending on where he's at.
I like it. We're. I don't think we're following you up there.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be a great idea.
Okay. So I need to get some other vantage point for shooting.
Unless you wanted to, that would be a good shooting turret.
Yeah, except if he came through with like acid, it wouldn't be fire, with some kind of acid breath. If it
It'd
was
just be a pool. You'd be sitting in
Yeah.
a pool.
Yeah.
on
yeah,
top
and
of
it would get all of us in one round. Yeah. Also, I don't know if you've seen this or not, and I don't know if it plays into anything yet. But like this is some kind of mysterious entryway into the floor.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So
Huh.
I've been staring at that for 10 minutes.
I realize like I have to buy models that are modeled 100% correctly. Like if I have a model, like this thing's got the thing, so we can use heat metal on it. It's like okay, let's use heat metal on the dragon. It's like I see, you know what? There's a little notch in this door. I think I can pick it. It's like okay, all right, roll your sleight of hand. Okay, use tools. All right, good. Yeah.
I just thought if things got too heavy, we would just go inside.
Just go hide.
Yeah.
In the mysterious hatch.
I will say.
Yeah, and hopefully pop up somewhere else.
Yeah, you kill it. Oh, hey! Holy shit, you guys, that was amazing. You do a triple double sneak attack.
It leads straight to the
It leads
to the
straight underneath
riders.
the dragon, and you just hook an arrow right in its nutsack, and it just squeals in pain.
It explodes.
It
Yeah.
explodes. The nutsack explodes, and the dragon collapses. Oh, that's good. Yeah, you do it with the 6-gauge round.
And it's all because I paid attention to
Good.
what the minis look like.
Solid. That's very good. That's awesome. Just kidding. That's all
Alright, cool. So that's not in play.
no,
New plan.
it's fun.
New
No, it's
plan.
cool. Is Sandy going over it and checking it out?
Well, I think like this is too far away for any kind of protection.
You know what?
Because I'm assuming this isn't.
Do roll me a perception check. If you're, is Sandy eyeing this or are you eyeing it?
Sandy is.
Cool. Roll me
Yeah.
another perception check.
It's not high. It's a 7.
So he comes up to it. He sees that. Yeah, I mean, there's a
Natalia's
lock
with
and
me.
some hinges. It looks like a grate off of the side, like this road, right? This is all that roadway where it looks like it's been waterlogged, and you can see down into it. But it also looks like you can see like a water. It's not coming up out of it, but you can see it's kind of.
It's just a
stuck in
full.
there too.
Full. Okay.
Mhm.
Alright.
you can see it's got a sizable lock on it.
Yeah, and the other thing too that I see is the fact that we wouldn't get flanked by something that came out of it.
Yeah. It's locked.
It's part of
It's
Sandy's.
locked. Yep.
It's part of Sandy's thought process of that
Cool.
That gate. So, because Sandy has also been trying to find someone else, a soldier, a guard,
Don't
a
see anything.
something. Right.
You don't see
Right.
anything.
But Sandy's like in his mind it doesn't make sense.
Yep. We'll roll a. Do you have like
Here's the
history
thing.
or?
Oh yeah, good idea.
I would take a history or an arcana.
Bear is going to protect Talia. What was it? What'd you say?
Do you have a history or an arcana?
Yeah, it's a negative.
Either one. Can you
Sandy
roll me whichever
wasn't-
one's better? Are they the same?
Both 0.
But your jack of all trades, I think, makes it a +1 probably.
All right, so I'm gonna do +1 to Arcana.
Yeah.
It's a 5.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird.
Striking out. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nobody.
Okay.
But Wadsworth did tell you this dragon lords typically they don't need henchmen is kind of their thing. They'll go and
Fair.
help. They'll bolster if they
Yeah.
need to, but it ain't like they join up with the army. The
Okay.
army works around them if they've
Okay.
been working. That's what Wadsworth has been telling you from what he's been able to divine.
Okay.
So, however much you trust Wadsworth, that's what he's been.
Fair enough.
You probably trust it.
More. Yes.
Dangle
more
probably
than-
doesn't trust it.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Dangle is half listening.
Dangle's
when,
like, meh.
Dude, you gonna make your climb? I'm excited to see if you make it.
Oh yeah, tell me the order of things. So what's is that
I
where you're
feel like
moving?
I feel like I've done my thing. I don't feel great about where I'm at, but Sandy feels relatively confident that that nothing's gonna pop up here. Bear's been assigned to
Talia?
stay with Talia.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Meat shield type. something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Just protection of
Cool.
whatever, and then one thing we haven't resolved is who Talia is going to give the if you're going to the top of the tower to not ride the dragon, then you should probably take the acid reflex medication.
Yeah. Yeah. It's bad.
It's real bad.
You want resistance to that damage. Later tonight, you're gonna want it.
Yeah.
When you're trying to fall asleep.
Yeah.
And you're getting that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Coming back up.
Yeah.
Don't roll over.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool.
All right. So
So
yeah. So,
half acid damage.
so Talia will put that on you, and so that's her concentration, protection from energy, right?
Yes. Yep.
So I'm burning the spell slot.
And I mean, the other thing is, if the situation changes, she can voluntarily drop her
Yeah.
concentration and
Fair.
change it. Yep.
Yeah, she's got 2 other slots.
But he is the one who's kind of going into the thick of it first, so yep, it's not bad.
So Uthal's going to cast Pass Without Trace. So he can sneak up on the dragon a little bit better.
Oh, solid, yeah, cool.
Uh,
Now I think that affects.
it's a 30-foot radius, I think.
Okay, so if anybody's going with you, they kind of have a little
Yeah.
bonus. So maybe Uthal probably sneaks up with you.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then after he does that, I'm going to cast Invisibility on him.
Nice. So are you sneaking into... Here's what we should do. We should have each of you sneak into position and make your check. Who wants to sneak into position first? Who do you want to make their check first?
I'll do Uthal. So where is the dragon? That's where the dragon is.
It's kind of loping around while you guys are moving, so
Gotcha.
until we kick it off, I'll just kind of...
So I would want to wait till the dragon's like in range of this tower, or like adjacent to it.
yeah, and you're trying to get up to this tower?
Yeah, I'm trying to climb up here, but still hide from the dragon at the same time.
So maybe, and I don't care which one you do first, they're both going on simultaneously, but an athletics check to climb it, and a stealth check to stay hidden.
Wait, hold on. How are you proficiently in those things?
Athletics, not good. I'm at a +0 on that, so.
I think bull's strength.
Yeah, where's my
Gives you-
enhanced
gives you
ability?
advantage.
Ooh.
Oh, you already have it, because that's what I was going to give you. I have enhanced ability, but I don't know where it's. I don't know why I don't see it here. I obviously didn't get on my cards.
Sorry, the strength one, I think the bull's strength I
Yeah.
think is advantage.
He already
So-
has it, though?
No, but you can give it to him.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. So let's do that. So So I'm gonna burn a spell slot number 2. So yeah, so enhance ability.
Sweet.
So that's to you.
That's just advantage, no pluses or anything.
Well, so the dumb thing is I can't find my card. I don't know why I don't have that already out. Oh, here it is. I do have it out.
Two threes. Yeah, okay, cool.
Also,
Yeah, it's a
I
bit-
should let you know I have greater invisibility.
You have greater invisibility?
Mm-hmm.
Can you cast that on multiple people?
No. One.
I think it's that it doesn't.
But I can't
require-
have 2 concentrations going, so.
But I think greater invisibility. Let me check. I think the thing. No, maybe it's concentration, but you don't break your invisibility when you attack.
That makes sense because it doesn't say that on here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
It just says
concentration.
until the spell ends.
It's only a minute, but you don't break your. So a blind, if you're invisible or if the creature is blinded, if you are attacking them, it's not like they can't. They can swipe, but they get disadvantage because they're just swiping in, on the air edge.
Gotcha.
But that can be a huge
Yeah.
thing to do. It would give you advantage each time to put off your sneak attack, and it would be disadvantage to try and hit you.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to get. I'm helping him. I burn a spell slot. Hopefully, he can get to the top of the tower. When that happens, can I break my concentration and start a new concentration before we enter melee, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So before we enter melee,
Yeah.
go to the top because I want to use bless.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
and I need to do that for all 3 of us. So.
Cool. Sorry, which one are you putting bless on everybody for him to go up?
Nope. I have to. I gave him enhance ability.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gotcha.
I have to concentrate.
Love it.
So,
Love
is
it.
that
No,
cool?
that's
This
great.
isn't
Yeah.
concentration.
I thought it was.
Enhance ability.
Oh, it's not.
I would have
Sorry.
It was.
I
Does
thought it
say
says up to 1 hour.
Yeah, up to an hour.
That's
There's no
concentration.
C
Yeah.
Oh, really?
One of my cards, one of the decks had a C. They had a diamond C when it's concentration.
Yeah,
I love
that's
that.
what I'm used to.
And then there's another set that are the squared up corners that say up to. I think it was 2 different printing runs for the cards.
Gotcha.
I like the cards better that had the C on them because then you know. But
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
whatever.
But yeah, no. So because I've got to concentrate on bless also, so I'll have to get you up there. Hopefully it works, and then I'll
Yeah.
break it, and then burn another spell slot.
Cool.
When you come to where you can take feats again, I think level 12 might be.
Okay.
You might like taking what Victor took, that greater concentration feat to have
Yes.
a couple of
to
them.
do a couple.
You've got a few things now that are
It's starting
pretty
to
fun.
grow.
They're hot products.
Yes. Yeah, because bless and greater invisibility would be something really useful.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah.
Yep.
It's cool. I'm gonna roll to climb this tower.
Nice.
So
Okay.
you shall.
So do advantage. Do your athletics check first.
That's 10.
Cool.
Another 10. Okay.
Yeah, cool. Just a flat 10.
Yep.
It takes you a little bit of time. You maybe have a couple of tricky spots, but you get there. Go ahead and make your stealth check now.
I get a plus 19 on this. So,
Oh yeah, because the plus 10.
so
just don't roll a 1.
26.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. That's good. That's plenty. And so you are up there. Do you want me to put the invisible mini up here?
Well, I'm not invisible, actually, because Uthal is.
Oh, gotcha. Cool. That's fine. You were hidden.
Super 10A.
So you are up there, and then
And then-
Uthal's invisible.
And then can I break my concentration now that he's made it,
Yes.
so I can put on bless.
Yep.
So it says up to 3, so it's so Talia doesn't get it.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah, you probably want it on.
So Uthal's getting it, and we're getting it.
Nice.
Although I don't know, can Uthal do anything? Does he have a ranged thing? It'll help him, I guess, in the maybe.
He's probably going to get one attack off, and then depending on where and when the dragon comes down, we'll see.
So I'm gonna give it to Talia then.
So I want to put
So wait.
Right next to
Let me
the-
make sure I understand this one.
next to the tower.
Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw,
Yep.
before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4
Yep.
and add that number to the attack roll or saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the attack roll to get over the DC.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
It would be kind of like
So
everything's,
Uthal needs
everything
it, 'cause
is
we want him to hit.
everything is
Yeah.
D4 bardically inspired,
That makes sense.
and then your saves are also D4. So it gives.
I'm
him a
gonna leave it
little
on
boost.
Uthal.
Yeah.
I'm going to Uthal.
Okay.
Boys are rolling with it today.
All right. Cool and cool. Everything is. You guys have done everything you want to do, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so-
say
so
if
make sure-
Uthal's the one who's invisible, I'm just letting him get there.
So make
You've
sure
got
you know.
pass without a trace, and he's invisible.
Yeah.
He just gets where he wants to go.
Sweet.
Cool.
So attack roll and saving throws are your
Yeah.
is where
Oh,
don't forget to
Mhm.
you and Uthal for both you guys both have it, so you know, like I say, yeah, attack rolls or saving throws. You can use this.
Nice.
As
I
long
forget,
as
is that
I
a one use thing?
as long as I keep squinting. No, he has to break my concentration.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yes.
Cool.
Very cool.
So yeah, we just want to wait till he's right next
Yeah.
to that tower.
Yep. And so here's where your good survival check, nothing else has failed check wise. So I'm gonna say run through, everyone gets their turn, and then we'll do the dragon, then we'll just keep going, kind of bouncing back and forth there.
So we want Uthal to
Yep.
Yep. It's time.
Yeah.
Wait, forgot something back at camp. Let's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, time out, guys. Everybody, hang on.
So is Uthal the one that's gonna
Yeah,
he's
I'd say
gonna-
do Uthal
he's
first.
gonna
Start this
Start us
magical
off.
start this magical run of death?
So he'll go on.
And so, like,
Invisible
right
once he
as
attacks.
he comes into being, he turns visible. And bringing this
Oh yeah.
huge great axe down. Great sword, great axe. I forget which one he has, but it's a
Axe.
beast. Yeah, great axe.
Yeah. So, and he gets advantage on this since the
Oh,
dragon
yeah.
hasn't gone. So we're
Yeah.
gonna do his great attack.
It's great attack. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not a bad choice.
Ooh, yeah. Good thing we got advantage. That's a 1.
Okay.
There we go. 20 altogether.
Nice. That will hit.
Beautiful.
And I'll tell you what. Do the other attack. Because he gets 2 attacks. Are you gonna great attack both attacks?
Oh heck yeah.
So do advantage again. I'd say he's getting advantage on both of his attacks coming from.
I forgot he gets
Invisible.
an extra attack.
Yep. I want you to get the most out of this.
11, I assume, doesn't hit him.
Nope.
14.
No. But the one, yep. So the one, you get one solid, great.
26.
Nice.
So just so I'm clear, you rolled a 14, but you didn't roll your bless.
Yeah. Yes.
So-
Yes. Do
Oh,
it.
Do it
yeah.
just in
Yes,
case
that's
you can
right.
get to
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
18. I didn't bless this food for no reason. 17?
Yeah.
Okay. We had to try.
I forgot about that. I already forgot.
It's alright, yeah, it's alright. It's
First
okay.
turn.
It's
We
okay.
all were just like, oh, don't forget. Now this is how it works. And then we enjoy it. Oh, okay. Now too bad I misses.
You
Yeah.
forgot. All good.
Okie doke. Cool. So he is visible now.
So, do we all get to resolve before the dragon goes?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say go. Do you want to go now?
No, you don't.
Okay.
So, we said that if Talia uses Sacred Flame, that'll give you advantage, right?
Guiding bolt.
Guiding
Bolt.
If
Cool.
she hits with it,
If she hits
it
with it.
glows this.
So I think she should try that.
He is also in a surprise position. He'll
Oh, you get it regardless?
He'll kind of get it either way.
Okay,
if,
then,
if that's
then
the
I'm
only
gonna
reason
leave.
you're doing that,
I'm gonna
then
leave. Yes,
yeah,
it is. So I'm gonna leave her hidden then for a second.
I'm here for you guys.
Appreciate it.
I'm on your team.
And she has the resistance to acid on you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then yeah. So I think I should go next
Mhm.
because who knows what Wanda Wonder's gonna do. And I would hate to have you get caught up in the fray of my.
I appreciate.
Is that fair? Okay.
I appreciate you looking out.
And then depending on.
I pulled out the DM's guide here
Yeah.
because it's got all the items in
Yeah,
it.
so just does that okay, and then depending on how that goes, who knows? You may not even attack at all. You may just leave.
I'm sorry. I really wanted to do this before you got started, but can you roll a perception check on Ursula for me? Tell me what she gets.
9. Oh, she gets any. 10.
Okay, cool. And one for Talia.
What am I supposed to do?
Just roll a perception check for Talia.
Oh yeah.
This may come in handy later, but
Where's that for her?
No.
She's super low.
okay. Nope. Okay. Nope.
Yeah, she's 7.
Nope. No worries. Okay. Cool. Alrighty.
I don't like how that went.
No, that wasn't.
It's fine. No. It's something for my purposes. I just was curious about.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, you're good.
So
Don't you worry. Don't you? I reach over. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your pretty little head off.
So I need to roll to
Just
hit.
forget it.
Just forget about it. Just forget about it. It's fine.
I need to roll to hit with Wand of
No.
Wonder.
You
Oh,
just
DC 15?
You roll a D100. You roll the two
That's all.
the 10 siders
and that's it.
together, and they are going to give you a 2-digit number.
Why does it say DC 15 again? I don't remember.
When spells have their effect from the wand, the
Yeah.
wand has a DC of 15.
Oh.
So when the spells that come out of it.
All right, well, let's see what happens then. 60 even, yeah.
60 even. Oh, this is an oldie but a goodie.
Oh, that's not good.
So out about a foot, you're in range here. So you and Talia and Ursula, you all the way up here. This out to this pillar. It doesn't quite get to the statue, but all of this here, a bright, luscious green grass.
Again?
Just
No
erupts.
way.
It just sprouts. It crawls up the tower. It's underneath your feet. It feels. It's soft. It's so soft. It
The
is
dragon
nice.
doesn't like this. It doesn't.
Maybe it has allergies.
It wants
Yeah,
to live.
it does. It does kind of like bare its teeth
Yeah.
a little bit. It worked really hard to make this swamp, this fetid swamp,
Yeah.
and here you are.
And we re-landscaped it without his permission.
just enough.
I feel
So-
stupid.
So there are areas where there was grass, and
Yeah.
that grass grows to 10 times its normal size.
Oh.
So I would say
Damaging his feet in the process.
Tickling his.
you'd be
Grass
surprised,
damage.
but actually no. Yeah, grass damage. Roll a 1d1, and it has resistance against grass damage. So,
Alright.
So what would that be?
What we're saying is no allergies. Let's hope in pollen, from
So the
dandelions.
grass is like 5 feet tall in some areas.
Alright.
The grass that was already there.
Why not? That's better for us. We can move about.
I was gonna say.
It's taller than
I
Dangle.
would say. So
Crap, it's worse for you.
yeah,
You're literally like in a
there
cornfield.
wasn't already grass up here, so it just is normal grass. But down here, these grassy areas, the mat. I'm gonna say is you can make a check to try to.
I'm gonna have
hide it.
trouble finding the stairs to.
Yeah. I love it.
I don't.
I love it.
Dang it. Well, alright. I'm glad I went next.
It's a very productive round.
I hope you're wearing green, otherwise
Yeah.
you're not gonna blend in anymore.
And is Talia gonna do anything, or is she kind of holding up?
That's a good question. I'm gonna have her hold up for this
Okay.
round.
So,
In the hopes that we don't give away.
are you
I'm jumping on the
jumping
dragon.
off the side? Are you trying to? You're trying to get on the. You're trying to find spot.
Purchase
Yes,
on the dragon.
Love
and
it.
hang on.
Love it. Okay. I'll say this. Let's do you probably want the attacks, and then you're trying to grapple.
Makes sense.
So I'm gonna say, let's go ahead and do your attacks, and then you'll have a chance to grapple to kind of hang on.
Sounds good. Let's see. 17 doesn't hit.
No,
If I remember correctly.
but bless that.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag blessed. Ooh, nice.
That's 4.
So
21.
you're good.
You're good.
Because we know
Sweet.
20 clears it.
See if I crit. Nope. Cool.
Very, very good.
Bless is already paying dividends.
Heck yeah.
Take it.
That looks nice.
Oh yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. Forgot about all the math involved.
I think you got that venom dagger too, right?
Yes. So 20 total. And then was that venom dagger D10? 2D10.
I think 2d10, yep.
Right, that's a 1. 4. So 24.
Cool. Your
Oh, he can save
is your
DC
dagger
15.
is your dagger poison? Or is it?
Yeah, it's poison.
It's poison. Cool. Good. DC 15.
Yeah. Constitution.
Okay, solid. It's
Yeah.
does it take half or none?
It doesn't say, so I'd assume none.
Okay. All right. What did that end up being then?
20
Okay.
altogether.
You bloody the dragon. No. All right. So now I'm gonna say each time you're trying to hang on to this thing, it's just gonna try to shake you off. Like probably at the end of its turn and the end of your turns, you're gonna need to contest it to hang on.
Makes sense.
And I think yours has to be an athletics check to hang on to it.
Oh, man.
I think when you're trying to get away, you can acrobatics, but I think when you're trying to hold the other person, it's a strength.
All right.
So it'd be a little tricky, but let me do this for you. I will give you its contest here. Tell you what you're looking at. You need to beat an 8.
All right.
Wait.
Oh.
Can you? What about Bardic Inspiration? Can you use that right now?
Good.
I would.
It's not a save, so the bless doesn't, but the bardic would.
Bardic
What
can
are you
get
at?
you there.
All right.
What
He
is
has a
it?
1. He has a 1.
Well, I'm at a 1. So, actually,
it's a
just
But it's a 10.
There are several numbers. There's more than one number on there that can get you onto this dragon. What do you say to him?
This is your
What do you say
only
to him
chance. Oh, I mean, this is Bard life. You gotta do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you gotta
Let's do
you
it.
gotta
Fuck
hashtag
this
this.
up, Daniel.
Oh, another one.
Oh, the one. Oh, I guess the 1 is a crit fail. You can't add anything to. You want to keep. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You can't add anything
Oh,
to. You could
yeah.
add 45 to a 1.
And it wouldn't work. All right.
Alright.
Okay, so I would say here's the bad thing. You're coming down. You get the dagger in the side of the neck, but then your foot, where you're trying to kind of plant on the head and then come down and wrap around it, your foot slips and you just tumble. And so now you need to make an acrobatics check.
I'm better at that.
Dex save or acrobatics check. Probably the acrobatics is better.
23.
But you do land on your feet. You're good.
Right outside of the tall grass, which is also to your benefit.
Oh, yeah. I guess
Surrounded by 5-foot grass.
I guess I should put you right where you came off, but it's kind of hard to tuck you in.
Right. Well, I'm right next to the dragon, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Love it. Is that everybody? That's everybody.
Yeah, it's everybody.
Tally was hanging on.
She's hanging on. I'm
She's-
trying to not draw attention to
Yeah,
our
she's kind of doing more of a
location because
support
all I
role.
did was with the wand I stuck it around
There's
the
a
corner
little,
with grass.
hand peeks out and literally just kind of like just points, aims around. Our courageous heroes boldly stride into battle.
Months of planning.
Months of planning. Wonder. Go. It's awesome. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
want to use Hunter's Mark for Uthal.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
okay.
Cool,
It's a
cool,
bonus action. So.
Yep. would it have affected his damage?
If he did it beforehand,
So added on to that attack. Let's say he did it before.
would that have broken his invisibility though?
You put the invisibility on him, right? Or who did? Somebody else did.
I did.
Wasn't me.
So he wouldn't have broken his concentration. It would have been. It's coming from a different source. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, they don't want to chip you out of damage.
Alright, just another D6.
Cool.
1.
Awesome.
I am on a roll
It
here.
is really good. I buffed you with
Love
the
it.
S.
Doing great.
You hear Wadsworth's voice echoing in your mind, like
Yeah.
like
Make me proud.
Obi-Wan in A New Hope. Like, Dangle. Remember what I taught you. Remember what you. Did you? I gave you a couple potions, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Dragon Lord's turn. Yeah.
Nah.
Is this gonna be in your if I leave?
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay,
No. Cool.
Perfect.
I have a feeling we're gonna be coming back to it.
Yep. It's a
So-
good page. It's a good page.
The dragon. Okay. So first off, it's kind of startled at first. It sees Uthal, hacks at its tail and its legs as it's kind of walking along, and then as it's kind of turning to him, you come down and just right through the. What's that?
And then he got really spooked out by the grass.
Yeah, got really spooked out by the grass, but like something's up, and so it takes a second, and then it just roars, and its spit and slime is kind of coming off, and splattering in your face. And I need you and Uthal to make wisdom saves.
Oh, dang it.
Feeling smart?
Alright, we'll do Dangle first. Ooh, 17.
Nice.
You're -1.
Good job, Dangle.
Crit failed for another 1.
Or
For
Uthal.
Uthal.
Uthal. Okay, Uthal is afraid of the dragon.
Oh.
And Uthal cannot move any closer to the dragon. And he can repeat this save at the end of each of its turns. But you, my friend, are not. You're bolstered. You're ready. And so, I think the dragon unloads on you guys. The breath weapon recharges, so when he uses it, then each of his subsequent turns he has to roll a d6, and if it's a 5 or a 6, the breath weapon is charged up again. But he's spooked and he's terrified, and that's their biggest weapon. So he sees you two punks that just stabbed him in the neck and hacked at his feet and tail, and so this will be the only. No, I'll just do this and then fly. So now I need a dexterity save. Whoops, that's not good.
No. You're not. It's not good. Another one? There it is. I got it.
Oh, excuse me. You're looking for 18.
Ooh. Dangle with 19 plus 9. So
Nice. Awesome.
he's doing alright. Less good for Uthal. He's 9.
Okay, 9. Okay. Alright, give me a second here.
Or wait. Yeah, he's got that filled in. So you had his proficiency bonus, right? To dexterity?
Yeah.
Yes. You have
Oh,
to-
okay. So
Yep.
then he is 13.
Okay,
That
he
makes a
still doesn't quite make it.
Oh, can I use...
Wait, he's using bless?
Oh, roll your bless of arm. That's right. Uthal. It's you two and Uthal that are blessed, right?
Yeah.
The boys. This is a boys.
14.
14.
What's he got?
Nope. Nope. Okie doke.
Yeah. That's a lot of dice.
Yeah, I see 2 1s though.
That's good.
He's doing it again. Frick that.
It's illegal.
Dude, it's a good thing I put that acid thing on you. Holy crap.
So, you guys are just coated in 54 points of acid damage. Now,
You can have it.
saved. You also have evasion, right?
Yes, I do.
So you tumble out of the way, you don't take any damage.
Oh, yeah.
But Uthal, the thing screams in his face, and this is the first time you've ever seen Uthal afraid of anything, but you see him like tense up and like panic, like he's kind of tries to hang on to his great axe, and then the thing just reaches down and just unloads like right in his face.
Right in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
The worst.
And then it flaps its wings and pops back up here for a better vantage point. I think that Uthal can still opportunity attack when he's afraid, but let me double check. But you definitely get to.
Hey.
I think you've already used your sneak attack
Yeah.
this round, but you still could kind of stabby.
Probably not. 11.
Nope. So Uthal does swipe at it, but he has disadvantage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just use his great axe, I suppose. So 25 would be one of them. Or 16.
Yeah, nope. So he hesitates because he's terrified. And then the last thing, so that's the dragon. All the dragon's actions are done, and the dragon rider.
Did Dangle swipe at? I attacked.
I think you did, but you missed. No.
I thought
You
I
did
hit.
hit. Yeah. Roll your damage. I'm sorry.
7.
Hey, every bit counts.
Oh yeah.
And so do Dangle throw me a wisdom save.
Oh man.
The dragon rider looks down at you and kind of clutches their staff and points it at you, and this sickly purple bolt kind of shoots out at you.
17.
And this is a save, so are you blessed?
Yes,
yeah.
he is. It's a good number.
It's 4.
Cool.
21.
You are able to resist it. It's a big blob as it kind of branches out. But you feel it kind of like a cold kind of start to wash over you, and then you're able to just kind of fight it off through like sheer willpower.
You don't scare me,
You
dragon.
don't scare me. You're not my real dad. You can't tell me what to do. And that is everybody. So we're back around to you guys. I'm gonna let you do whatever order you want.
So Uthal can't get any closer to the dragon, right?
But he could throw you.
No, yes, he can't move any closer.
Okay.
But he could throw you. I don't know what else he does. I mean, otherwise he does nothing, right?
It'd be pretty tough. I mean, he's a big boy, and he's a large creature, and I think you're a small.
Yeah.
I don't think halflings or gnomes are medium. I think they're small.
They're
so
small.
I gotta say, you're two sizes down. I'm sure he can. You tuck in. And
Get me up there?
Yeah, he can put a tight spiral on this thing. You can hold the dagger out.
Clutch.
Just spiral. Yeah.
Well, let me use my action before you use your action.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I don't think it matters, but I'm just going to do it. I'm using True Strike.
Love.
It's my cantrip,
Yep.
but that's my action.
It helps you.
I'm pointing at the dragon, so...
The magical targeting reticles, you kind of see them in your mind's eye. They start. There's a circle that starts do 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 do, and then you get the lock-on signal.
Right. So I feel good about that, so that's fine.
You're like gauging the wind.
Yeah.
You're making sure you're lining it up.
That's exactly right. My bonus action, though, I will use Healing Word, and I will do a... Please hold. I will do a level 4 on Uthal.
Cool.
So Healing Word level 4, is that cool? So
I did 54 damage to him, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
so I need four d4s, right?
Yes.
Is
yeah.
what it is. 1, 5, 6, 9,
Yep.
and then plus my spell casting ability modifier, which is what?
It should be your
Healing
charisma.
bonus is +7.
Yep, there you go. Yep,
Right?
that's your
I
healing
wrote that
bonus.
in.
Yep, that's
Cool.
your healing bonus because you're loot.
Cool. So +16
Cool.
for Uthal. So
Beautiful.
I'm resolved.
Love.
I think
The loot, you use the loot as like your focus. So before it was the wand, and now the neck of the loot kind of gets turned around the corner and kind of sprays some healing energy. And you kind of hose him down, and it's refreshing. It's good. Yeah.
Feel
What color?
right.
What color is your healing magic? Does your magic have a color at all, or
it's a great question. I haven't ever thought
Orange?
about it.
your characters have kind of been orange?
Yeah, my characters, but like I think I think it needs to be. No,
This is just a.
I know. No, I love it. I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
So my healing. You said my healing.
You could make it a different color, or all your magic could be orange or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's make it blue. Let's make it blue.
Blue, love it. Yep,
It's the same blue as you added the. He's got the little.
love it.
When it makes me run, it makes me look sweet.
Love it.
You know what I mean? So that's my.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, so I'm going off the mini. So yeah, no, I think it's
Love.
blue. I think Talia though, she is going to use guiding bolt on the dragon.
Nice.
Cool.
Yep.
And
Love it,
it's
'cause that
it's
way-
it's in theory to help
Yes.
help you out.
Yep. Okay.
Cool.
So
What does that card say? I don't have it.
I think it's
Take a
you
peek.
just make an attack roll,
46.
and it's 4d6.
Okay, so she's gonna make an attack roll. She is not blessed, and she can't use bardic inspiration, or she can.
She could.
Okay, because she has 2 of them. So
Yeah, I think everybody can have one, and then you can replace it as a bonus action on your turn. So let's say she's got one already.
I have to get a couple back then, because I gave Rob 3. So
right,
give me
right.
1 back. You've used 1. Oh no, you
I
didn't
didn't
use 1
use
because you
that.
crit failed. So I need 2 back.
Oh dear.
All right, there we go. All right, so here she goes. It's a 12 for guiding bolt, and she needs to hit. She needs to get to what?
She goes, "You're just
20?
so they can play out there."
She needs to get to what? 20?
What she got?
So 12 plus. Gosh, where is hers? Actually, how do I know what I'm adding onto hers?
So actually take her wisdom and her proficiency.
So plus 8?
Hey. Yeah.
I pull back.
Yeah, sorry, there it is.
I pull back.
So she's good. She's at 20.
Thank you.
So she made it.
Probably pretty good.
Did you put it back?
Yeah.
Good job. Thank you.
So she made it. She's at 20.
Hit.
Yep. Okay.
4d6 and it's
4d6.
glowing.
4d6.
I like that.
She's right in the chest. She squares it up through the warhammer. It looks like she kind of slings it out of the warhammer. This bolt of energy strikes the dragon in the chest.
3, 6, 9, 10.
I think you may
So
use
10.
the spell
Yeah, thank
later.
you.
So,
Yep,
yeah.
thank you. So 10 is what she got out of it.
Love it. Love it. That's okay.
Radiant damage too.
Yep.
It is radiant damage.
You are. Can you and Talia make another perception check for me?
Sure, this one's mine. That's a 6.
Yeah. No.
Talia's got 17.
Nice. Okay.
Plus potentially something else.
So Talia notices this, and she kind of tells you this as you're fighting. And it's maybe fitting because she's the one that connects. So she hurls this bolt of energy, and it just thunks the dragon's chest. And she sees the dragon like recoil from this impact from the magic, and the rider looks like it got slugged in the chest like at the same time.
Okay.
So
That is good to know.
she sees that.
Okay.
And now